Hi guys, and welcome back to the Project Hot Mess channel. Today we're going to be talking all about decluttering your home before Christmas. So let's get into it. Like I mentioned, we are going to be talking all about decluttering your home before Christmas. And this doesn't mean that you can only do this just before Christmas. It's just because that's the time of year that it is now that I have been thinking about it a lot and how much stuff we literally do have. But you can do this kind of decluttering any time of the year. I just thought it was a great idea to get it done before the Christmas rush and before we start to get a whole heap more stuff in the house for Christmas and around that whole holiday period. So there are 6 key areas that we're going to focus on for this decluttering. And the first key area is toys. If you don't have kids, this might not apply to you, but toys are literally the one thing that they just are messy no matter what you do. You can be the most organized person on earth, and no matter what, there's gonna be some toy somewhere that's causing a mess. And don't even get me started on Lego, because that's just next level. That's why I'm making toys the first area to declutter, because I think we really should go through this a lot more often, and we kind of don't. It's more of that out of sight, out of mind, close the door, don't think about it. I feel like decluttering toys is one of those areas that once it's done, it feels really good, and it's one of those really effective areas to declutter, and it's not actually as hard as what we think or as time consuming as what we think. So before Christmas, I want you to go through and get rid of any toys that your kids don't use. You can involve them in the process. You can donate them to Goodwill. One of the things that I've done with my son in the past is gone through and donated all the toys, especially leading up to Christmas, to one of the local charities that then re-gifts those toys on to other kids who are less fortunate. And we've talked about that process as well. So that's our first area done. I wouldn't spend any more than a few hours on this. It depends on what kind of mess you're dealing with your toys, but it can be one of those things that's easy done, easy out. Another great thing that you can do is grab some storage boxes. We just use these black tubs from IKEA and we put them on shelves, and that's how everything gets sorted. It's so much easier, and it makes it easy for the kids to clean up too. So it's not a huge task for them. They just chuck it all in the box and it's done, clean, tidy, sorted. The next area of your house that you can declutter before Christmas is your clothes. Chances are, with the sales that come up, the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Boxing Day sales, you're probably going to want to do a little bit of clothes shopping. Trust me, I know, I am too. But it's also one of those times where it's a change in season leading up to Christmas as well. So it's a great time to get in and actually declutter your clothes. Go through everything. If it's ripped, torn, not wearable, get rid of it. If it doesn't make you feel fantastic when you're wearing it, get rid of it. If it's too big, too loose, too gross, doesn't really make you feel great, get rid of it too. And make sure that you go through, and anything that you haven't worn in quite a while, you can feel free to get rid of that as well. Be sure to donate the clothes that are still in good order. And you can even, in some cases, donate some clothes to charities that then repurpose those clothes and make toys out of them. So do check what's in your local area when it comes to donations, because it's always good to repurpose and rehome rather than just throwing in the bin. Another overlooked area that I always like to declutter before Christmas is the kitchen. The kitchen can easily get overcluttered, overwhelming, just full on, and you're probably going to be using the kitchen a bit leading up to Christmas. I know I am, and I don't actually need 5 different spatulas, and I don't need 12 different serving spoons. So it's always a good idea to get in there, clear out what is broken or what you're not going to use, keep what you will. I know I always seem to end up with all of these serving platters that I don't use any time of the year, even for Christmas. There's only so much serving that you can do at Christmas, and I don't need 20 serving platters. So I declutter, I get rid of them, I rehome them, I put them on buy, swap and sell pages on our local Facebook page, make a bit of cash on the side if I can with the decluttering, or I give stuff away for free as well. So I make sure that I don't need it, I don't want it, don't use it, and then I just pass it on to someone else who will. Another thing in your kitchen to look for is any broken cups, crockery, anything that's chipped or not really in its best condition. and not usable anymore. The kitchen is this place that things can just quickly accumulate, and we don't actually need more storage most of the time. We just need to clear out and declutter what we already have. Being a little bit organized is a good thing. Having a spot for things is great. Having at least a general vicinity where things go into, maybe a cupboard. You don't necessarily have to stack everything in order, but just making sure things are clean, tidy, easily accessible. And it's always a good idea to go through as well and work out what you do have, because sometimes things can be hiding right at the back of the cupboard and you might not even realize. I know I ended up with a whole heap of cake tins because I didn't think I had this particular size of cake tin, but I actually had 4. All I needed to do was actually go in and figure out what was hiding at the back of the cupboard. So do that before Christmas, do a stock take, see what you've got, get rid of things that you don't need, and clear out that kitchen. While we're in the area of the kitchen, another place to declutter and go through is your food cabinet. I don't know about you, but the pantry seems to be this place where things just go into the abyss for me. I found something in my pantry that was out of date like 8 years ago, which means I've moved it 3 times with me, and I don't really know why. If you're hosting guests this Christmas as well, this is a really, really good idea, because it's a good thing to get in and work out what you do have so you don't go and buy more of it. We found the other day, because we're moving at the moment, so we've actually just gone through that whole process of moving into the house that we've been renovating, and I found that I have 5 jars of mustard seeds. I don't know why I have 5 jars of mustard seeds, but I know I'm going to use them leading up to Christmas. So I know that I don't actually have to put that on the Christmas shopping list. I don't have to buy any more because I have 5 jars of mustard seeds. It's also a good idea to go through and get rid of anything that's out of date, past its use by date, is no longer in good condition or edible condition anymore, and just get rid of that. That's stuff that you do need to throw out. And you can also do a stock take of what you have left. That's one of the things that I do with meal planning, is I actually go through our cupboard on a regular basis and I work out what meals I can make based on what's in the cupboard. And it's a really good way to save money, especially leading up to Christmas, when the budgets are always just that little bit tighter and you want to save money wherever you can. So that's another great tip. Make sure that you go through, do a stock take, and use what you've got. Area number 5 to declutter is your emails. Coming up to Christmas, coming up to the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, this big, huge holiday shopping period, I guarantee your inbox is going to be flooded with sales emails and full to the brim of people trying to get your attention. And having an email inbox that is completely full and that little red icon on your emails can send you batty. I find that when my email inbox is overwhelming and cluttered and full of just sales emails, I just get frustrated and I end up missing important emails in the process. You don't have to tackle it all at once. That's the big thing. I always felt like I needed to get in and get it back down to inbox 0 in one hit, and it's just too much. So spend 10 minutes a day. That's all it takes. Spend 10 minutes a day deleting emails that you don't need. When an email does come through, look at it, spend 2 seconds deciding if you need to action it or delete it or unsubscribe. There's a really great app called Unroll.me, I think it is. I'll find out and I'll pop the link in the description box below. And it can actually go through and it'll roll up all of your subscriptions into one email. So instead of getting 20 emails or 30 emails a day, you just get one. It just makes it so much more easier, so much more concise, and then you don't miss on the things that you actually want to see. So declutter those emails. 10 minutes a day is all it takes. It really, really doesn't take too much. You can do it while you're on the toilet, or do it while you're going for a walk, or do it while you're not watching TV or there's an ad on or something like that. It really doesn't take much time. Do it while you're drinking your coffee. Easy, sorted, done. Emails, done. And area number 6 that I want you to focus on is more of a general area. I want to set you a challenge where you go into each and every room and you just remove 5 things that you don't need from that room anymore. I could probably guarantee that there would be something in every single room that you have that doesn't need to be there. Unless you've just decluttered like extensively or had Marie Kondo in your home, I'm pretty sure there would be something that you can get rid of. So go through and just pick out 5 things from each room. It doesn't have to be big things. It can just be simple. It can be bits of rubbish. It can be bits of paper clutter. It could be clothes from your closet. It could be shampoo bottles that you don't use anymore, or like the tiniest little bit of sunscreen left in a bottle or something like that. Go through and just remove 5 things from each room in your home. And I guarantee just doing that will make you feel so much better straight away. Decluttering your home doesn't have to be a big process. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. It doesn't have to be like you see on TV where they get everything and they put it all into one big pile in the room, and then it just creates even more stress and more clutter, and just it's really overwhelming. It really doesn't have to be like that. It can be as simple as removing 5 things, or focusing on one area at a time, or just doing one task. That's all you need to do, is declutter one thing each day. And over a year, you're going to have decluttered 365 things from your home, which is huge. If you think about it, like 365 things from your home is a massive amount of things to remove. So it doesn't have to be overwhelming. Use this Christmas period, use this holiday period as your motivation to get in and declutter what you don't need in your home, and make you feel that bit more fresh and that bit more relaxed leading into the holiday season. If you need some ideas and inspiration for what you can declutter from your home, check out the description box below. I'll post a link to a post that has 25 things that you can declutter, and there'll also be a free checklist in there that you can download too. Thanks so much for joining me today. Be sure to hit subscribe to our channel, and be sure to click the bell icon as well so you're notified of any new videos we post. I truly am grateful for your time today, and I'll see you in the next video.